Shalom. I want to start off by giving all glory, praises, and honor unto Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the brothers that's teaching this truth and sincerity. Shalom to the whole elect and the 1/3. Today's lesson is going to be on this article I have found. RT. It says famine of biblical proportion looms over humanity due to COVID-19. UN food chief warns. Okay? And it's funny how they say biblical proportions. Alright? Because all throughout the scriptures, there was times, where there was famines in the land, man. And famine is a serious plague. You know what I mean? It's a serious form of judgment. When you have no food to eat, that's serious, man. And the thing about it too, man, it says looms, man. I want to get that word as well. Because that's not a good word, man. You know what I mean? Like, if you look into the word loom, okay? I'm talking about the verb, right? So, the verb says, there appear as a shadowy form, especially one that is large or threatening, of an event regarded as ominous or threatening, seem about to happen, impending, imminent. It's on the horizon, come into view, become visible, appear, emerge. Alright, these are similar words, but the word loom itself has a dark, ominous vibration amount around it, because that's the dark. That's pretty much the best way to describe emerging, but in a dark way. You know what I mean? And that's the word for it. Loom, ominous. Impending of judgment, threatening. You know what I mean? So, and this is the world we're living in, man. But you people are cattle, sheep, not even knowing what's really going on. You know what I mean? Not understanding the times that we're living in, man. Because this COVID-19 really is a plague, man. It's a plague for other plagues, really. And I'm not even saying that it's actually a plague like COVID-19. More than most likely it's no actual virus. You know what I mean? But it's all the things that came afterwards. The halt of society, the slowing down of everything. Food production, manufacturing, all those things that keeps the society going, keeps the world moving. You know what I mean? That's what's it's gonna cause, that's the ripple effect. You know what I mean? To cause a famine, and other plagues per se. You know what I mean? So the COVID-19 pandemic may lead to a calamity of epic scale, with millions facing starvation worldwide. The head of the UN's hunger fighting body has warned. All the data we have included, WP forecasts that the number of people experiencing malnutrition will grow by 80% by the end of the year. Points to a real disaster. That's a lot, man. The whole, pretty much majority of the world, man. But you people are not considering these times, man. And that's the thing about Esau, man. When it comes to like famine, Esau is not a rat. Esau is only gonna ration when it comes to like when it's time to ration. You know what I mean? Esau is so gluttonous. The way this is, in the West especially, food is wasted out here, man. You know what I mean? Esau is just a gluttonous pig, man. Like the way people live, supersize me, like, just greedy and on that, you know what I mean? And Esau's not the type to be like, let's let's store some grains. Let's store it just in case something happens. Like, he's not considering any of those things. Or the winter's coming, so let's make sure we have enough grain stored up and da da da. Well, he probably does that for the season, but in terms of actual world catastrophes, is he doing that? Is he preparing for world catastrophes? You know what I mean? He is, but not for the people, man. Not for the common person. And really and truly, you know, definitely not for you Israelites, man. You so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Because he's definitely not looking out for your best interest. You know what I mean? And that's just goes to show you the type of ruler that's in place right now. It says we are risking a famine of biblical proportion. Global human development to decline for the first time in 30 years due to COVID-19, warns UN. I mean, people are already degenerates. What the fuck are you talking about right now? That's another story, though. People are already degenerates. Ever since Esau been in rulership, development of humanity been going down, man. And really, truly, ever since Israel fell off, to be honest. I mean, there's always been degenerates throughout the ages, anyways. So, fuck out of here. Leave it to Esau to say some stupid shit like that. Like, who are you? You know what I mean? All nations are guilty of being degenerates, man. All right, but you know, at the end of the day, Israel's gonna be blessed to not be degenerates. You know, in the kingdom. You know what I mean? We're gonna be not degenerates ever. And we're going to be on our peak level of performance, man, using 100% of our brain and things of that nature, man, through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. That's a beautiful thing. The rapid increase in the number of people who can't feed themselves will be just an immediate outcome of the pandemic, which caused a disruption of food growth and logistics worldwide. Yeah, because borders are being closed. You know what I mean? A lot of things, like stuff's not getting transported. You know, factories being shut down. Slower production because they're implementing social distancing. So less people at work, less people to do the job, less people to, you know, harvest. You know what I mean? All these things, you know, a lot of shit. Then new safety measures being implemented, and so that's slowing down the process because things need to be clean, and that's just adding more rules and laws and halting everything. You know what I mean? You get it, man. You get it. You know? So more long-term damage is bound to materialize in the years to come. You know? Who knows how much time we have left here, but you know, measure the time diligently, you know? One more election, you know, Trump in the US, you know, four years in office. You know what I mean? So just measure the time diligently, man. The last Trump, so whatever. He probably has 8-year reign. Who knows, man? But I'm just saying, be ready. Alright, you Israelite, you know what I'm saying? Measure the times, man. We're not looking no further, man. We're not looking to another 10, 20 years, man. Real shit. We're not looking to that. You know? But anyways, so WFP projections say Latin American nations face the most dramatic change in their situation, and you need that's spiritual because you are majority of the people in those lands are Israelites, man, of the Northern Kingdom, man. Okay, so that's spiritual right there. With the number of malnourished people increasing by as much as 269%, Beasley said. The same metric for countries in Eastern and Central Asia stands as 135%. Holy. That's crazy, man. And they try and make it seem like in these areas that they're more impoverished than where Jake is, man, in South America. You know what I mean? Devil, man. Sub-Saharan Africa may see the number of their hungry almost double. Global hunger is already high, man. And yo, really and truly, man, you wanna humble somebody, starve them, man. That's the way most I sees it, man. Because a lot of you people are just so proud. It makes no sense, you know. And us, only we glory in Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, but we can't glory in ourselves. You know what I mean? We carry ourselves, we walk with our head high and stuff like that. We're, as men, you know what I mean? But we're not boasting we're not of the world, so we're not boasting like of how people in the world boast, because we know, like, why is was it earth? Why is dust and ashes proud? Roughly paraphrasing. Why are you proud, man? You don't know when you're gonna die. You don't know anything. You don't know when you're gonna take your next shit, piss. Who knows? Sleep. You don't know the exact time you fall asleep. You just fall asleep. You know what I mean? You didn't born yourself. You people are proud, man. You come to this world thinking, you got born. You know what I mean? By how you didn't born. Oh, I'm gonna be born today. You know what I mean? No, that's not how shit works. So what? Who the fuck are you, man? Who the hell are you people, man? Real shit. Says many will die, children will suffer from the consequences of malnutrition for many years, and the world will lose all the progress made in fighting hunger over the past decade. Man, fuck all that. Esau, you're a devil. If you really wanted world hunger gone, you would have been got it gone, man. That's bullshit, man. But the thing is, that form of hunger is gonna stretch into the Western world, man. You know what I mean? And that's when people are really gonna realize, But the people who don't got it, they're not even tripped. Like, you think COVID-19 really affected people who don't have it? COVID-19 affected people like middle class people in a sense. People who are already poor, they don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? They're making it happen, regardless. They're probably thriving through COVID-19. You know what I mean? The rest of you people, you live in your normal, regular stuck in a box life, not knowing what the fuck's going on. Oh, COVID-19. Oh, I can't afford to pay my rent. I can't afford to pay my bills. Da da da. You know what I mean? You people are the ones that are gonna get caught out there, man. That's the judgment's for all, man. From top, from high to low. It's for all of you, man. It says this year, 138 million people in 83 countries rely on WFP for their food supply. That's a lot of people. It says 1.6 million people in South Sudan are added this year. And in Yemen, they feed 13 million people. Oh, wow. So look at this. The situation in Lebanon became particularly grim after a devastating blast 2 weeks ago in Beirut. The explosion not only destroyed stockpiles of grain, but also cut up supply chains because of the damaged port was used to deliver some 85% of the food that Lebanon needs. So if you look at that now, that whole explosion and blast, that was like a targeted, you know, thing, man. Esau's behind that. Esau knows what's going on. Esau's probably like, yo, you're not playing by our rules. We're gonna cut off your supply, man. You don't want to go through our laws and stipulate our laws. Our rules. They're gonna fuck up your country's food supply. So that's a strategic move right there. You know what I mean? Nothing just happens for no reason, and you people always think like that, man. But that's not the case.